Assalamualaikum guys. There are three misconceptions of Islamic banking operation today that I would like to review. By banking operation, we are simply referring to the taking of deposit and the payment of interest on this deposit and the use of this deposit fund to make loans and the charging of interest on these loans. So that is essentially what we meant by banking operation. And of course, for Islamic Bank, we refer to the mobilization of Islamic deposit and the making of murabahah and tawarruk and ijara using this deposit fund, and therefore the operating income to the bank would be the difference between the revenues generated from the financing and the cost incurred in deposit mobilization. So the first misconception of Islamic banking operation is that the Islamic bank make loans to the customer and charges profit and not charging interest, right? So the idea here is that the Islamic bank still make an IOU, still make a loan to the borrower, but now the bank is charging profit and not interest. So this is one of the main misunderstandings. These are the narrative that most of the layman public would do whenever they are referring to the Islamic banking operation. Of course, we know by now that Islamic banking operation is not based on lending and borrowing, but it is based on al-bay' or sale or buy and sell with profit, where payment are made by or payment are deferred in the future, or payment are made by installment method. So the Islamic bank do not make Islamic loan and charge profit, because if they do, then they will be committing riba, because riba is any increase over a loan. Whether you call the increase profit or interest, it is still riba, and that will make the Islamic banking product Sharia non-compliant. So we need to refocus the narrative towards the use of buy and sell in order to pursue what the consumer intend to do with the money, right? So if the Islamic bank if the consumer wish to buy a new house or a new car using the Islamic banking facility, so that would be done by way of buy and sell with profit, but not lending and borrowing with profit. So as a profit-driven company, an Islamic bank does not make Islamic loan, because if they do make Islamic loan, then they cannot charge any interest on the loan, and as a profit entity, the Islamic bank will not be able to generate any money from the business, and this can mean the bank would continuously making losses and eventually falling into bankruptcy. So for the Islamic bank to make money in the business of this banking activity, the Islamic bank must use what the Quran has prescribed, and that would be al-bay' or buy and sell with payment paid over time, and not by using Islamic loan with the charging of profit. So we need to be careful about the use of such a narrative that can easily be applied by people to misconstrue what Islamic banking business is. And however, the Islamic bank can still make Islamic loan, but this cannot be made for commercial purposes, because if they do, then it will be like committing suicide, because if the bank make a $10 million Islamic loan to a corporation, and this corporation will make money from this Islamic loan, maybe they are making 50% or 100% profit, but the Islamic bank cannot charge a profit from this Islamic loan, because if they do, then that would mean riba. So the Islamic bank can only do an Islamic financing arrangement with a corporation through the use of sale or lease or partnership, such that the bank will be able to levy or charge the profit, to compensate for the risk the bank is taking. The Islamic bank can do Qardu Hasan loan, or this Islamic loan, meaning that Islamic loan with zero interest, but these are made for special group, for example, for the banking employees, or for some designated poor a segment of the society where they may not be eligible for a loan at any bank, but when the bank comes in to offer this Qardu Hasan loan without interest, then that would be financial inclusion that can help the poorer consumer to benefit from the Islamic banking services, whereby the Islamic bank will only claim the principal amount of the loan, and the bank will not charge any more over and above the principal loan. So that is the Qardu Hasan loan. That is not meant for commercial purposes. It is only meant for personal use and personal, application of charities. Okay, guys, I'll see you again to look at the other two misconceptions. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.